What's good? All right, guys. Today we are going to react to a video, and then we're gonna play some more. Should I turn my stuff on? And then we're gonna play some more. No, I'm not a human, which I'm very excited to do because I did thoroughly enjoy. Oh gosh. Um. But yeah, no, we're gonna react to a video that I found on YouTube that I think will be very very entertaining to react to and to kind of give my input on things, because it is very relatable to me. I guess would be the best way to put it, is that I could relate to, I guess, both sides, because it's a debate video. I'll just say it. But the video that we are going to watch is from the old Faze Clan. I know now that they're now the core boys, but it is the 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder? And first, before I even start the video, I am going to input my input on it and kind of give you what I think as someone who has now been streaming and doing content creation for a little bit, and someone who has, I mean, since I was the age of 18 and I'm now 25, who has worked a 9 to 5. And I will say one thing. If you're talking about just from like a what is harder, like, I guess if you want to say physically, a 9 to 5 worker generally. I guess I mean that is super dependent upon what kind of work that you are doing, but being a 9 to 5 worker is harder. Now, which one is it harder to be successful, like super successful in, is a streamer. Because there are, as in the last React video, there are millions of people that stream to Twitch every single month, and less than 1% of them are people who are doing it as a full-time job. Which, I mean, that amount of money is very very different, you know compared to where you live. But um I would say that if you want to be, like, which one is harder to be successful in, it would be a streamer, because it takes a lot of things. But then again, it really kind of comes down to consistency and luck. Really, it's kind of, those are kind of the two things that are really prevalent if you want to become a successful streamer, is how quickly and how many people see you. And so, but then again, like, which there's a lot of things when it comes to content creation, because like, the easiest part is just streaming, or like making the videos, but then you also have like all the editing and the thumbnail making. That stuff's hard, especially if you're someone who's never done it like me. Like, I've had to learn everything that I do from scratch because I had never done it before. But whenever you are wildly successful, like any of the now core boys, whether you're Ron, Lacey, Silky, Adapt, like, those guys have people that do all that stuff for them. And let me also preface this by saying, I'm not here to discredit Ron or Lacey or any. I love all those dudes. I've been watching Adapt since, like, a long time ago. I used to be real big into MW2. I loved Faze. Like, a lot of people were either Faze or Optic. I was a Faze guy. I love Faze Adapt. He's a very big inspiration of mine. And I'm not here to discredit them, and the amount of hours and the hard work that they put into being a streamer and a content creator. I'm just here to kind of put my 2 cents onto which is harder, as a 9 to 5 worker or as a streamer. Me personally, I guess it really, really depends on, I guess, what kind of hard you're talking about. Is really kind of the main, like, what kind of harder are you talking about? Like, physically, probably a 9 to 5 work, especially if you're working in like you're a construction worker, or you work on the railroad, or you work on oil rigs, or you're a welder, whatever you are. Any of those jobs, like any of, like, the super physical jobs, yeah, that from a physicality standpoint is way harder than being a content creator, because for the most part, you do exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm sitting on my fat nuts talking into a microphone. That's all I'm doing. It's not hard to do. I mean, yeah, sitting in a chair for a long period of time, yeah, it'll hurt your back. Stand up, walk around a little bit, do that, stretch a little bit. You're fine. But like, picking shit up, heavy stuff up, and moving it, and working with tools and shit like that all day, like that is physically straining. So I'd say from that aspect, a 9 to 5 worker is harder. But if you're wanting to find like wild success, which one of those two things is harder, it would be a streamer. Because really, being a 9 to 5 worker, you can find success in any job as long as you do the work that is wanted of you, and you stick around. Really, any place will reward a person if they have tenure and they're a good worker. That's all you have to do to find success in any 9 to 5 job, is be a good worker and stick around for a while. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but that's just the way that it is. But enough of my rambling. I haven't even started the video. This is going to be a really long thing because this video is 45 minutes long and I am a fucking yapper. But without further ado, let's fucking get into the video.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that, dude? Right now. You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is dangerous.
You would have to go to work.
Went to
school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Oh,
How's it
God.
going?
Same old different day.
Okay. All right, so my argument here is that
Okay. So yeah, round one, Lacey. Lacey has cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience with nearly 1.5 million Twitch followers, over a million on Instagram, 2.3 mil on TikTok, all that stuff.
streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the.
Are we fucking serious? I just started the video. We already have an ad? I mean, door I need to watch it, but still.
You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties,
Nah.
maybe you sign a few envelopes,
Nope,
answer a few
nope,
phone calls.
nope.
With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch
No.
that
When
never
you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every
A mail
motherfucking
carrier.
day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision.
Okay. I know I'm already stopping it and we're a minute and a half into this video, but I can understand both of their sides on this because yes, like the 9 to 5 worker is totally right. Like you got to get up every day at the ass crack of dawn. I mean, depending on when you work. Like I work from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. I work 4 10-hour days. So I get up at like 4:45 in the morning, and that's fucking early. Like you got to wake up at the ass crack of dawn. You got to get up and go through, go do a bunch of bullshit, and stuff like that. And that shit sucks. But I also understand Lacey, like, because he is right. Like, you have to be on your A game 24/7 to become a successful streamer. Because if you because if you just sit at if I just sat at this camera, didn't talk at all, didn't have any sort of energy about me, no one would watch. Which, I mean, already no one watches me anyways, but that's because I'm still new to this thing. But, like, even Lacey, who averages, I don't even know what Lacey averages here. I'm gonna look it up while I'm speaking about this. But anyway, like Lacey averages probably, let's, for the sake of this argument, for right now, I will say that Lacey averages 15,000 concurrent streamers a stream, and like that's a lot of people. But if Lacey came in one day, or no, sorry, His average viewers are 17,759. That is how many people that watches Lacey. That's how many concurrent average viewers he has per stream. 17 over almost 18,000 people. If he came in one day and was just like, "Nah, I'm not gonna, have energy. He's not gonna talk. He's just gonna sit there, and do whatever." He's gonna lose a lot of those people because he's not being engaging. He's not entertaining. So, like, yeah, even when you don't want to be on your A game and you just want to, just sit down and relax, and just hang out, people aren't gonna like that. So they're not gonna watch you as well, And so I understand both of their points of views. But anyway, back to the video.
We make every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
what's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I have to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
Okay, that's a bad argument because I'm online. I'm on 24/7. Yeah, but you're also a streamer. You can take a break whenever you want. If you can eat on stream, and they do it all the time. These dudes eat on stream all the time. Like, oh, you're streaming for 12 hours. Okay, yeah. If you gotta piss, you can be like, "All right, chat, be right back. I gotta piss." Like saying, "Oh, I don't have breaks." Like, you control when you stream. If I didn't want to, like, I'm trying to stay on a consistent schedule of streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If I didn't feel like streaming today, I would have streamed, because I control when I do it. It's the same thing with them. Like, they control, and yeah, they're going to miss out on quite a bit of money if they don't stream on a day, but they'll be fine. So I think that that's kind of a bullshit argument, personally. I'll love Lacey. I do love all the core boys now, but I think that that's kind of a bad point.
Energy 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around. We're
Man,
walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming.
Okay, all right. That was pure rage bait. that was a pure rage bait point. But you don't gotta worry about people spamming L's. Lacey does have a point there. Like, if Lacey, at least from stream, like TikTok, or not TikTok, but Twitch standard, like, point of view, if Lacey doesn't stream for a day, he does not make money from Twitch. Now, obviously, he has other avenues such as TikTok and YouTube, and all those things, where if he doesn't stream, he's still going to make money off of those videos that people are watching anyways. But if he doesn't stream on Twitch, he is not going to make a large majority of his money, because Twitch, from what I assume, is probably the vast majority of Lacey's money. But while, like, the 9-to-5 worker, as long as you go to work, but then again, it's also like, if Lacey doesn't go to work, he doesn't make money, but it's the same thing for a 9-to-5 worker. If you don't go to work, you make money. Like, you don't make money. Like, if I called in to work today, I would have gotten paid for today, but I didn't call in, so I got paid because I worked, So, I mean, kind of a bad point on Lacey's thing, but, like, I guess unless you're like a salary person and you are guaranteed to make money, but I don't really know how that all works, but okay. Anyways, back to the video.
L's. Oh, this is frustrating. We don't like this video.
It's just rage bait.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9-to-5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
I will answer that question right now, why most of these people don't do it if it's so easy. Just by looking at what the majority here. I want to back it up to when it had kind of a wide shot. Here, I'll show it to the class. The majority of these people are over middle-aged. Like, the only halfway young people who are in this, like, this guy right here is probably in his mid-30s. That guy probably was mid-30s. She looks a little, probably in her mid-30s. This guy looks young. He's probably around like streamer age. She looks probably young, maybe, maybe in like late 20s, early 30s. And then this gal over here. Most of these people don't really probably even know what streaming is. Most of these people are older people, either like they're middle-aged or older. They have no idea what the fuck that is. They have no idea that you can make millions of dollars off of fucking, like they don't know about this shit, so that's why they don't do it. That, and they don't know how to do it. And they'd also, because they have jobs, they probably work in those jobs for long enough, they don't care to know. That's why that they don't do it. I don't really think it's a matter, like, they probably think that it's easy stuff to do, which it's not. Being successful in content creation is not. It is one of the most competitive fields you can possibly work in. It is so overly saturated with Twitch streamers and YouTubers and all that shit. There's so many people doing it that finding success is a very rare thing to do. It takes a very special person to find success, like true success, doing this kind. Excuse me. It takes a special person to find success doing this stuff. But that's kind of what I think, anyways.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
That's what
How come every single person in this scene is not a streamer?
people are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
It's fair.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me.
Well, Ron, I mean, at least as of this video, Ron was a little pudgy, all right? I know he's lost some weight, but, people on the internet are ruthless, all right? I think that one thing you have to have if you're going to be a content creator on any platform, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you have to have thick skin, because people are just haters. People are haters. People want to bring you down because it makes them feel better about themselves. You just got to be like, womp womp, I guess. Okay, cool. You got me. Like, I'm not fit. I mean, look at me. Like, I'm not small. I'm a rather hefty man. I am like 6'2", 6'3", 255 pounds. Okay, I'm not a small human being. But like, oh, someone calls me fat. Cool. Oh, does that make you feel big? Do you feel big and strong? You feel fucking, you just, you're fucking fat. Okay, cool. You're pointing out the obvious. Who fucking cares if I'm fat? At least I'm not fucking miserable.
Chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's your homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
Brother, I fucking hate ads. They're everywhere.
She's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Valid.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. You know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
Do you think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why you
cook,
gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically.
Lacey did bring, I do think that is probably one of the best points that someone who is a content creator can bring to someone as a 9-to-5 worker, is that being a content creator, on any platform is not a guaranteed thing. I mean, look at TikTok. TikTok is literally the definition of falling off. Not the app itself, let me say that. Not the app itself. But there are people who blow up on TikTok all the fucking time. All of the time. And then within a month, they're nobodies. I mean, I hate to name names, and I don't wish to call people out, but like I'm not going to. I'm not big, so I don't really think anybody would care what fucking little old me has to fucking say. But there are a lot of people who have found huge success on TikTok, and and then they're completely irrelevant and no one cares about them within, like within a half a year. I mean, obviously there are a lot of people who, who can blow up on TikTok and, ride that success into other platforms such as Twitch and YouTube. And there's a lot of those guys. I mean, one of my favorite YouTubers / streamers, Joe Bartolozzi, is one of them. Joe Bart got his fucking start on TikTok. He was a huge TikToker. And now he's more transitioned into being a streamer / YouTuber, and he's found a lot of success doing it. And I love Joe Bart. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him, and and especially his philosophical shit. I love that stuff. So Joe Bart, if you ever see this, I would love to talk to you and like pick your brain about shit. Let's talk philosophy. But anyways, Lacey brings a valid point to that. 9-to-5 workers have security. At least as long as you are a halfway decent worker, you have job security. Like if you're a shitty worker, like, yeah, you're probably gonna get fired and then you don't have a job anymore. But like any Twitch streamer, any YouTuber, they could be, the top of the world one day and instantly have nothing the next. I mean, look at Ron. No disrespect to Ron, but Ron has fallen off once before. I mean, at least by his own, his own will and, his determination and his, I guess stubbornness, he clawed his way back up to the top, which is awesome. That's an awesome thing. I wish all the best in the world of Ron. But Ron has fallen off before. Like, he was huge. He was the top of the world, and then he fucking fell off and had nothing. But then he got himself right back up to where he needed to be and where he wanted to be. And he's still going higher and higher and higher. These 9-to-5 workers, they got it made, at least, from a security standpoint. Like, yes, all these ex-Faze guys, core boys, they have way more money than any of these people, I guarantee. At least probably the majority of them. But they could lose all of their attention and success tomorrow. So I think it's a fair point by Lacey. Back to the video, though.
If you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get a
trigger
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you do? If you lost completely all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work.
She's saying she a fan.
Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody.
I love Adapt, dude. I love Adapt.
Whatsoever. He would have to turn
I want to meet Adapt.
You would have to turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder, because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
All right, in terms of that argument, I think that Lacey kind of won that one. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really think that she had many points that were too good in her favor. But yeah, I think Lacey kind of won that one. On to the next one.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go.
Still staying up late gaming.
God, fucking Adapt, dude. Fucking Adapt.
I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
The 4 Loco.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
Oh, not the impressions.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you.
From
Round of applause for Rhonda. All right, we give rounds of applauses for the nurses. All right, they're doing the dirty work out there.
decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get
Rhonda,
spoiled.
can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever
You
done
get
it?
spoiled.
Nope.
No. You get spoiled and your
Oh
mama
no.
give it to you.
Rhonda, I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda.
I
I got a
did it.
question for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
God.
days straight,
24
hours a day.
day and night. No break.
We all streamed
That
for.
ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad? When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a
you
3-minute ad.
pass trays, you short-handed. You
Talk
don't-
about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without
That's
them
fair.
finding out and
I
judging
got
you.
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say,
Him saying that he was treated like a pedophile, a little crazy for that one. But that is a fair point, because unfortunately, there are people in this world who think that they have to live their lives through the eyes of another person, such as these big streamers, like Lacey, Ron, Jason, Adapt, all these dudes, and so whenever those guys make any choice and they don't like that, they think that it like directly impacts them as a person. And it's a super unhealthy thing. I've always thought the parasocialism, that's in the content creation world. I've always thought it was weird, because it is. It's fucking weird that you are that heavily invested in a streamer that you think that something that they do, who they're hanging out with, impacts you as a person. It's fucking weird. It's weirdo behavior. But and which, I mean, yeah, that is something that only these guys, and other big streamers deal with. It's not a thing that 9 to 5 workers. I mean, is it really a good point in the grand scheme of this argument? Probably not, but it is an argument to be made. Back to it.
about you. Do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think. Social media, what they say about
Battery
you.
50%.
Oh shit.
You
My
said you're a
bad.
nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
You
brother.
short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right there because it's the end of that person being up there against him. I think that Rhonda won that one pretty clearly. I love Ron. He's fucking hilarious, and honestly, that it was probably rage bait. I'll be so 100% honest, but I don't really know if there's anybody in any world who would say that doing a 24-hour open heart surgery is easier than a 24-hour stream. Like, don't get me wrong, I've never done a 24-hour stream. I imagine it's pretty rough having to stay up for a whole 24 hours straight, gaming or whatever, talking to people and shit. Like, I'm sure it's pretty rough. I have no doubt. 24-hour like open heart surgery though, that is like you have a living person on a table in front of you, and it is your job to make sure that they stay alive and that they live throughout that entire 24 hours of their fucking chest being and you have to fucking keep them alive. There's no way that he genuinely believes that 24-hour stream is harder than 24-hour open heart surgery. And that's what I think anyway. So I think Rhonda won that one.
just said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
Faze team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group
Mm.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's a bad take.
Okay,
That's a bad
that's
take.
no, that's a good
We
take.
wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Also, kind of a fair take.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Oh, she laughing. Bro, nah, she making me mad.
Yeah, no, her laughing like that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. She's fucked for that.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
Round 2. Okay, so now it's Ron. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I think that guy kind of won that one. I'll be so. I think he had a good point. I mean, I think that they did too. You know, because like yes, you know, like Ron and Lacey and all, like they pay their people, you know, to do the stuff for them. So like, yeah, they're giving them a job. But at the same time, it's because like they have those people that they can do the stuff that they do. Like the things that they do is all thanks to the people that they have on, you know, on their payroll. Like they can go out and do these big, you know, IRL streams, you know, it's because they have cameramen, you know, and then once that the filming's done, then they send that off to an editor and that editor edits it, you know, and then they have a thumbnail artist who makes the thumbnail and they upload it to YouTube. Like all these guys do is just sit in front of the camera. You know, and especially because like I know what it's. I mean, and don't get me wrong, if I ever find success in content creation and I get to a point where I am so 100% hiring an editor and a thumbnail artist because I don't want to do it. I mean, I enjoy the process, I enjoy doing it, I enjoy creating something, but I'm not good at it. I'm not that good at it. I mean, I've came a long ways from where I started, but I don't want to do it. I would rather hire somebody else. I mean, yeah, pay somebody else, you know, so they have a livelihood. I would rather pay somebody else to do the hard stuff for me. I would rather just do the easy stuff, like play the video games or react to the video or just stream. That's what I would rather do. All right, now we got Ron.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay?
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah.
When playing games on PC, do you ever wonder if someone had a clip with you in it?
See, I just don't think I don't think that's a valid argument. I really don't.
It's easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is guaranteed.
When you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like...
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
Well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't
The
need
snapping was so bad. That Jason, don't do that.
any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according
Jason,
to you,
stop.
a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with though? But it doesn't make. But
well,
you're not even. You keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah,
so how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
stuff
is
that
difficult.
needs creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube?
Much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people
Absolutely,
that you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah.
is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
okay,
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who
Yeah.
relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing, tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours that
perfectly.
you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No, let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie, like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know if there was any clear-cut winners in that discussion between I forgot his name, and Ron, and I guess also fuck, what is that? I forget his name. Oh no, I forget his name. Anyways, it's not Kason. I don't remember what his name is. But anyways, like, I don't really think there was a clear winner in that one. I mean, I think that the old guy had a lot of good points, but I also think that, you know, Ron, everybody else did as well. But that's the thing, like, at least the old guy brought up, well, like, what is your definition of harder? Because that's the whole thing, is like a lot of these people are talking, they're just giving out points, but they're not establishing a basis of what they mean by harder. Harder physically, harder creatively, harder mentally. Like there are different kinds of, you know, difficulty for each thing. Like if you're talking physically, a 9-to-5 job is harder physically. If you're talking mentally, I mean, maybe streaming would probably be, you know, would be harder. Creatively, I mean, depending on what job you're in, it could, you know, it could go really either way, but probably for the most part, it would be streaming because you have to be creative. You know, I mean, I had to think of a video, you know, to react to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that there have been thousands of people that have reacted to this video prior to me, but, you know, I had to find a video that I wanted to react to, and this is the one that I came up with. Back to it.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right.
I knew they were going to do that. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9-to-5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I
Damn,
didn't, I would
lost her
have to
chance.
cook for myself and get
Lost
to
her
bed in
chance.
time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers
Damn.
off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be.
She does bring a fair point to that.
that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So you're
opportunities.
just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing.
Dude, that old lady in the background is actually pissing me off. She's so disrespectful. Like, get that bitch out of there. She's being so disrespectful. It's crazy. I mean, I know that the Faze boys, core boys, whatever. I know that they kind of be trolling, but like, she's just being flat out disrespectful. Like, get her out of there.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5s.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to
opportunity-
LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also
She's
had to
reaching
have my
so
family
hard.
support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the
Yeah.
first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say
lose,
I lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But
videos.
that's-
Even if people are hating on
but
you and
that's
shitting
not
on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So were
school.
we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Oh man. Oh, dude, Adapt's up. Okay, but before that, I'll be honest. I think that they all made some really good points. I do think that gal was reaching pretty far, trying to like, especially 'cause she veered like way off, like talking about like things that had nothing to do with a 9 to 5 versus streaming, like, and I think that Ron is a good, as much as he likes to troll, I think Ron is a good example of the unsecurity of what it is to be a content creator, because Ron really did lose it all, but he also managed to build himself back after losing it all. I think Ron is a great example. I mean, and it's not that Adapt ever fell off. Adapt just kind of sat in the background for a while, but he's a lot bigger now. All right, let's get back into it. I'm excited for this. I fucking love Adapt.
Gabe,
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful.
There's the package from my family.
Do these fucking ads.
Do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following
Bad point. Bad point.
enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times. Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't know if he's making a good point right now. Most people who get canceled, at least for something that is super how do I don't want to say the word, but illicit activities with underaged individuals, I guess we'll call it. Those people do not come back. There are many, many examples. One that I'm fully willing to name drop right now, Minilab. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but if you do, you do. If you don't, look it up. It's disgusting and it's horrible. He's tried to mount a comeback. He has been successful every single time, and I don't think that guy should ever find success again. He did something horrible, and I think that he did something horrible, really, truly horrible. And he faced the consequences of his actions, and therefore he has never found success on the internet since then. And I don't think that he should ever. I think that you can give all the apologies in the world, say that you found God and changed yourself. You still did that. You're still a piece of shit. And people like that, they don't get to come back. I mean, now there are some instances like the infamous PewDiePie bridge scene moment. He got a lot of flack for that, but he did manage to in some way come back. But, I think it depends on the severity of the incident. Like, yes, you can get canceled for a multitude of things. I think it's really the magnitude of what you get canceled for depends on how well you'll be able to come back, is really how I see it.
But check it out.
Done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But what you guys are talking about in terms of the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. The mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We already know what he's doing. We have to produce
Silky got him. Silky got his ass on that one.
Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take years to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out
Ooh, baby adapt.
Ooh,
the crane shot. The crane shot's so clean.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years, right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right? And then I had to do Faze Clan, build Faze Clan out, fix Faze Clan, and then do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Was it just you?
No. It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it didn't
did.
exist, if it didn't exist, you couldn't press
So the
play, you
fact-
couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a,
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on, then
Yeah.
boom, then there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also
you
had
have
to
a
spend
campus to teach.
years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I'm gonna be so honest. The college professor lost that one. That was bad. He started out pretty good, but then he got tilted and he lost his cool and he started just yelling just nonsensical bullshit. I think he lost that one in my opinion. I don't think that he made any really strong, valid points. Like don't remember, like he's a college professor. He had to spend many years, learning, getting the credentials to teach, whatever he teaches. I didn't say he's a college professor, but he teaches something at a college. It takes many years to get to that point. But like I mean, really, he just discredited everything that these guys have worked for. Like Adapt's been around. Adapt is a fucking. I don't mean to call him old because he's really not that much older than I am. But Adapt's an old head when it comes to YouTube. Adapt's been around. He's been around, and he, for the most part, probably did a lot of that really early stuff completely on his own. Like, yeah, once Faze got really big, he had people helping him out, but he did a lot of stuff on his own, and the crane shot, that's all him, and he never faked a trick shot. He's never faked a trick shot. On to the next one.
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physical.
Ooh, she's starting out bad.
You guys just,
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone is
So-
very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I
You're
hear you.
breathing in.
Yo, that's it.
I hate ads, bro.
Toxic
I hate
chemicals
ads.
all day.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet. Listen. So your whole
She
thing.
doesn't get that.
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no,
physical.
no, but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for
job
a
where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't. No one in here can.
Come on, man.
None of you can. None of you can physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You
yes.
taking them 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to
Hours
do
a day.
that.
And then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
You don't
all
know-
of the
wait,
things that you use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God,
disable, resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and
Yeah.
hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot.
She's a makeup artist. Her shit isn't. I mean, yes, the chemicals. I can understand that, but she's not at liberty to fucking die. Okay, this woman is being very dramatic and honestly very rude. She's losing so bad.
You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so
I don't.
how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many hours
guys ever
a
do.
day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day,
needed
12
to.
hours a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to
Oh.
hit a clip. until
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
and that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drift.
Stick drift.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could
No.
walk around IRL street,
No.
and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
He
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
Okay, now that that's over, she lost before she even really started. Be like, oh, I'm not gonna discredit hair and makeup artists. You know, especially like if you're doing like that movie shit, you know, and you're sitting there fucking applying that shit for like, you know, fucking 7 hours on one person. Like, yeah, I have no doubt that that shit's hard, but also like, it's not to say that there's no physicality to doing YouTube. You know, especially like if you are doing IRL stuff and you're going out in the world, like, yeah, especially if you are big, like, yeah, you're gonna get fucking hounded by people. Like Jason said, he got assaulted by somebody with a pumpkin. You know, she was like blowing up what she did to an extreme of what it was not needed. She was acting like, oh, I could die doing what I. Anybody can die doing what they do. I could die at work tomorrow while I'm sitting at my desk fucking inputting numbers into a computer. I could die right now sitting in front of this fucking camera of any fucking reason. There's a fucking incalculable number of reasons that a person could die at any given moment. What she was doing is not inherently dangerous. She's a makeup artist. Like, yes, there are harmful chemicals that she has to put a mask on. If you got to inhale it, put a mask on. Do your proper safety procedures, and you can mitigate that stuff. She lost that one. All right, up next is Silky.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false.
Oof, that's a bad fucking point. That is a really rough point. Not having energy with people, their job literally depends on them having energy with people. That is the entire job of being a streamer or any kind of content creator, is having energy with people. If you don't have energy with people, you don't have a fucking job. Bad point, Thelmont.
Energy because you're across the screen.
Bad point.
You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
Bad point.
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for it? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because
Dude,
they
that
watch
woman's
the
got to
video.
go.
About going out and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2-3 o'clock.
What is Arc Knight's Infield even about?
See, it's funny because they bring it like, oh, I save lives. Like, YouTubers absolutely save lives. And I can say that as somebody who, I'm like everybody else. I've had dark moments. I've had bad times in life where, you know, and like the YouTubers that I watch were there, and their entertainment and their humor and watching them helped me. Like whether it was Wildcat or Vanoss, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Smitty, Grizzy, Pezzy, any of those guys. You know, any of those dudes in my times of need when I needed something to just take my mind off of what was going on in my life, those people were always there, whether it was a brand new video or an old video. They had stuff that was there. It helped me get through my dark times. Like, YouTubers and content creators absolutely save lives. Maybe not in the way of like physically saving a life like a doctor or, you know, like an EMT or a nurse, But in the way of mentally helping people and helping them get their mind off of things, YouTubers absolutely do save lives. I believe that 100%. Oh, fuck.
O'clock in the morning, and to the clubs at night, staying out till
They alive because they want to watch our videos.
you know about going out and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get,
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
But
Hell
I'm saying,
yeah.
like, you
Hell
guys
yeah.
don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
What kind of shit's going on?
Damn, Thelma getting dirty with it.
To put some shades on.
God damn.
While you're day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't.
And that's
do
what's
what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many
I
bands we meet a
think.
day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course, I watch.
So do you
entertainment.
ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course, I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been
what's
like, oh,
coming.
I feel good?
Some of it is fake.
right now.
Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right, come on. Let's
So
get-
when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
So it's easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
Saying what we do has not affected people, it's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hand
single
shaking,
day.
their hand shaking.
Like, you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, have kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I think Thelma lost that because her whole point was that they don't help people. I believe that every single one of the guys in that group absolutely help people. Yes, maybe not in like the way of like physically helping somebody like a nurse or a doctor or any of those kinds of jobs, like where you are helping the masses. Like may not be in that way, but they do absolutely help people. Absolutely, they do. But chat, I'm actually gonna call. Well, no, I'm not gonna call the video there because I do want to finish this actually. I'm only 28 minutes into it though. Fuck. It's gone way longer than I intended.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
tells
That
me
is
it's easy.
so rude,
Nigga,
honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She
let
works
me-
at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
Okay.
You don't watch me 'cause I'm
That's
black.
rage. That's
And you
rage.
know what I'm
That's
talking
rage
about.
bait.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all.
He's gonna
This
rage
dude was
bait.
talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna lie. But
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to. hear this.
No. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up before.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah.
you
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Silky got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrubble something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already. You're going to sleep.
Bad point. Fucking. He did all of his work for the day by 8 or 9 p.m. Silky didn't wake up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course he of course the dude's almost off.
What? I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait, is that racist?
Wow.
I hate that he's doing that. That's a cop out. That's a cop out.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I want to say. You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that,
She got him there.
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Nah, Silky lost that one bad. He just kept throwing out the race card. I mean, I love Silky. I think he's hilarious, but he just kept throwing out the race card. That didn't do him any favors. Didn't do any of them any favors. Oh, God, Jason.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
But case closed. Case closed. God damn it, Jason.
Dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question.
Yeah,
is,
dude, this chick's gotta go, dude. She's so disrespectful, dude. It's like literally, she's gonna sit there and fucking laugh at Jason. Like, I'm sure that was probably a really rough thing for him, and she's just sit there and laugh. Lady, you were a school cook. Okay, shut up.
My question: if you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it.
Case closed.
So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you
with
lost the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
Dude, someone shut her up.
That's not the point, though. The point
No,
is,
that's my point. That's my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than
that
9 to 5. That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a bag.
I ain't gonna lie,
You did it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about?
You either spend hours modeling the
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. You know, I mean that's always a tough choice, no matter what it boils down to. Like, do you choose a person over a career? Like, that's always a tough one. That no matter the choice, that's a hard one to make.
Motion. I pick motion.
The way that he said that, oh, I pick motion over love. That makes it sound bad.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa?
That's a cool name, Lala Costa.
I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent of people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5, that you
That's fucking funny.
could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to, because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
That's
Have
fair.
you ever watched
That's
a show
fair.
and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That
I
TV
have to-
show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
That was a really quick one. That was a really fast one. I can't really pick a winner there. Swag. That's his name. Swag. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is
What was that saying? In 2025, roughly 0.4 to 0.42% of Americans are likely to be licensed practicing attorneys, equivalent to about 1 in every 240 people. Okay, yeah, being an attorney, which it's weird that's popping up for her. She's not even an attorney; she is a model. But anyways,
you just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like you
talented.
out there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
hold on. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I
camera.
was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you
So
weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
yeah, no.
That's
yeah,
what we
it,
do
it,
too.
yeah,
We go
yeah,
to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job.
you don't have to study to be a model. You don't have to study to be a model. That's it. Literally, being a model is all completely artificial, and it's all physical. As long as you look a certain way, you can be a model. Absolutely. And as long as you can find the connections to be one. There's literally nothing to learn about being a model. I mean, maybe how to walk, maybe how to pose, but you don't have to go to school to be a model. Absolutely not.
They feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having
It's all an
job
artificial
is
thing.
Some sort of luck.
Not artificial, but superficial.
Could do this. No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four. I got
No,
fourth
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me get my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got fourth. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
So
you're
that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a talent. They have a talent.
They
But
had
Ooh.
So what
you
he
know how
did-
many talented people out there and don't get the chance? They don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said.
That's exactly what she just said.
I said a lot of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 of those I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think that Swag is a really bad matchup for these people because what he does is so. I think that Swag and Adapt are very different because of how they came into their success. Here, I'll get more into that after Swag is done, but.
And yeah.
So that's not. I mean, if that's
stand on it.
If that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific, pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet
That's
the
their
right
own
people.
fault.
So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
Again,
Video game.
again with this bitch.
Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly. That's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not.
You don't think you don't think it's talent. You're just
See-
too old to understand. That's
Yeah.
I can't argue that because
Y'all could
I
never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in college?
That's what I was saying at the very beginning of this.
On content creation and esports.
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
and it's fun. But it's like
And
again,
that's
it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
Okay, I'm gonna dive into that one. So, Swag won that one very easily. I think they all did. Because Swag is a different kind of. I think him and Adapt are kind of a different because they are competitive. Well, not really Adapt. He's a trick shotter, but Swag is a competitive player. It's a pure talent thing. No matter what you say, like Swag is good at what he does. He is a top. Like he said, he was top 12 in Warzone in the world. Not even in North America, the world. He was top 12. That's not a luck thing. That's pure skill. Absolute pure skill. But then the bad thing is though, with these people, a lot, like I said, like earlier in this video, a lot of them are older. A lot of them they're older people. They don't understand, and they think, oh, well, video games that's just an entertainment, which for the most part they are, yes. But there are games that do require actual skill to play and, have very high skill ceilings. Warzone, or any battle royale, that there are, if there's an esport to it, there is skill that's involved. Counter-Strike, Valorant, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Call of Duty Warzone, any of those games that have big competitive scenes, League of Legends, any of those games take actual skill. You know, and that takes many, many, many hours, thousands of hours pumping into a singular game to get to that level. You know, and these people just don't, which a lot of them are older, they just genuinely, they just can't comprehend that that's a thing. Because back whenever, you know, I'm sure that these older people back when they were younger, I'm sure they probably had this, or they probably saw the Ataris and stuff like that. Those were just novelty. Games back then were just a novelty, pretty much. It was like, oh, look at this thing that you can play. Oh yeah, fucking, like, oh, adventure, fucking Tetris, shit like there wasn't like that wasn't skill. Like they were novelty items. That's what video, and so that's what they associate video games as, is just a novelty entertainment item. But that's not how it is anymore. So Swag easily cleared that round. They all did. I think that they all brought very valid points to that. All right, we got 5 more minutes of this video.
I'm Ronnie.
Excuse me.
What's up?
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back to that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new job.
it's kind of it's not the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative." So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job, you can't.
You just get another one?
No, you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school and still...
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder?
Then what?
Than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at your job.
He's waiting for...
When cars park, they're done. Like, it doesn't...
Okay.
I don't have to...
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I go like this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
See, I think that that's a very touchy subject, because I think that you can, in a way, have a natural talent to video games, like such as having faster reaction times. But I think for the most part, skill in video games, just in general, is learned. Like, I think that any person could become competitively good at a video game with the right amount of hours put in. Depending on the game. I think like if I wanted to be good at League, it's a game I played very, very little of in my time. Say I wanted to become a professional League player. If I sat down and put 4,000 hours into League of Legends this year. Actually, I don't even know if that's humanly possible. How many hours? How many hours is days? 4,000 hours to days. I don't even actually know if that's physically possible. That sounds like a lot. It's 166 days. If I sat down and put 4,000 hours into League of Legends, I would probably be a pretty damn good League of Legends player. That's a lot of fucking hours. I would know a lot about the game. I would know what to do in the game. And, I would be pretty damn good. I could probably be pretty competitively good at that point. I think that there is a certain natural talent that you can, like having faster, naturally faster reflexes than another or something like that. But I think for the most part, I do kind of have to lean towards the 9-to-5 worker on this one. I forgot her name. I think that it's more of a skill that you can hone as compared to... I think it's more so it's more of a skill than natural talent.
I think
Okay,
it's
back
something you
here.
can master. I don't think
My bad, chat.
you're a Mozart that you have this gift.
Didn't realize
of
I
like,
didn't switch it.
Whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs.
He lost his fucking point. What is he point? What is he snapping it about?
Saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if this is a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't.
You wouldn't even.
You couldn't. You couldn't.
You couldn't qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it,
I know,
but
So like, you're dismissing
the OBS stream
what
key.
he does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I
easy.
didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own and
how do
you
you
can
know
master.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I've
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
how
does
do you
it-
know?
what
how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah. What
so
does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work
Uh-huh.
and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short
terms
launch back?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't
short?
No,
launch
I
back?
don't. But if I
Exactly,
want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet, you can do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just
throw-
talking. They're just
Yeah.
talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to you.
babysitter, I can talk to you
Yeah,
about the
that's an
different
unfair.
things I do and
That's
ask you,
not
could
fair.
You do that.
Not
no,
fair
but if you
points.
wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
if I wanted to, I would.
So let's give you, so
Ooh,
let's,
no,
so let's,
absolutely
so
not.
let's pay for her, whatever it is.
Pay,
give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job
Yes,
done.
because she can't. I'm sorry, but there is not a chance in hell that any of the people there, if they were given 3 days, which I feel like it's probably it's not a very fair amount of time. I think a month. If you give them a month of like really getting to play a game, I don't think any of them could beat any of the Faze core members. Especially because each of them are all pretty talented at a video game of their own.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with Carl. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are.
Yeah.
But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
In the next 5 seconds.
That's crazy. No, I see. I think that the guy that was the mailman, I think that he had the right idea. I think that, I think he did realize that there are aspects of being a streamer or a content creator that are difficult. But I think that, like the one old guy said, I think that you have to establish a basis of what you mean by hard. Because I think that each of those things, like, a 9 to 5 and like that, a 9 to 5 and, being a streamer have two very different, things that make them difficult. Now, like, is just being a streamer hard? No. Like what I'm doing right now, is it hard? No. Is it hard to be successful? Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyways, I think I'm through with doing that. So why don't we actually get into playing the game now?